the new pharaoh, I expect you will be making some changes that will benefit the both of us.
Yes, I should say so. With his father's death, I saw a troubled dynasty begin to fail.
But there was one true heir.
In 30 days a queen must name another pharaoh, but she obeyed.
Her time was running out.
Tutankhamun was her husband's son, the one the queen elected to enshrine.
He was the true blood heir.
She made a foolish choice, a child, and a pretentious boy of nine.
Ah, you had best beware.
Under his demeaning rule, I suffered as I watched our Egypt die. And I served him like a fool, but underneath I must confess I had my pride.
Be careful what you say.
I served him 9 long years before his actions finally pushed me to the rim. And now that he is gone, I can't rewrite the history that I lost to him.
For someone not born of royal blood, let him rest in peace.
Careful, Beck. You could stand to lose a lot more than just your position as head priest. Let us work together as friends in mutual respect. Tutankhamun, you exist on the air without a sign, to be buried for 1,000 years beneath the shifting sands of time. And soon your treasured royal wife will join you in the afterlife. Your memory will be erased, your followers will be disgraced. It was the meaning for us to have served that job. Worth all the scheming to destroy that job was wrong. Now he is gone, and Egypt's mine. Oh, oh.
For a totally new experience in reality.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Technology Expo of 2098. Forget everything you thought you knew about the future, because it's here today. Every household in America has a total home operations module, simply known as TOM. This voice interactive computer is capable of generating 3D holographic images for business, educational, and recreational purposes, but only for viewing. It's so real you'll smell it, taste it, and feel it. You'll swear you were there. I ask you to feast your eyes upon the future.
Are you ready to worship the sun? See what no man has ever seen before.
Hey! Come here! I found something! The octave! The Eye of Ra!
It's the Eye of Ra on CD-ROM. This disc contains over 700 tetrabytes of holographic material that will transport you to the ancient temples of Egypt.
That'd make a great gift for Winnie's birthday. You know how much she loves Egyptian history.
Let's see if anybody has it in stock.
Winnie, sweetie, are you awake yet?
No.
By that coherent response, I conclude that you are indeed awake.
Can you read the sign or not? I'm asleep until I wake up, okay?
If you're asleep, then...
For crying out loud, Tom, please! It's 9 a.m. on Saturday!
Yes, I know that. Thank you, Winnie. Happy 16th birthday, Winnie. I hope you have a satisfying and productive day.
Oh, Tom, this is the best day of my life!
Better than the other 5,824?
Oh, Tom. 16, I'm 16 years old. I've waited forever for this day to come. 16, I'm 16 at last. I'll feast on the moment to every last crumb. 16, I'm 16 at last. This is the day that I'm destined to take the bull by the horns, the cow by the tail. So light up the candles and bring on the cake.
Bulls, cows, candles, and cakes. I don't really see the connection it makes.
Everyone knows when you're 16 years old that you're fearless, intrepid, courageous, invincible, dauntless, and valiant and bold, heroic, stout-hearted, audacious.
Your character profile prompts me to speak. You forgot. Modest, humble, and meek.
Words of a child, outdated, antique. Delete, 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 delete. 16, I'm 16 at last. Today's the first day of the rest of my life. 16, I'm 16 at last. This birthday is certainly the best of my life. 16, I'm 16 at last. Adventure is waiting wherever I turn. 16, I'm 16 at last. A world to discover and so much to learn.
I think I know what you're trying to say, but why this month and why this day?
Everyone knows when you're 16 years old that you're fearless, intrepid, courageous, invincible, dauntless, and valiant and bold, heroic, stout-hearted, audacious. So bring on the presents and bring on the band. 16 is wonderful, just like I planned.
Your parents have a wonderful gift for you. I helped them in the selection of it.
Then it's a safe guess it's not clothing.
You are correct. And by eliminating the clothes category, you have narrowed down the gift possibilities to a mere 4,031 options.
Winnie! We wanted to give you your gifts now.
Sorry we had Tom wake you so early since it's a Saturday, but we think you'll understand once you see your gift.
Whoa! The Eye of Ra on CD-ROM! I've seen commercials for this. Thanks!
Do you like your gift, Winnie?
Oh, yeah. I can't wait to see how it works.
The disc is mounted and I am ready to proceed. What category would you like to refer to?
How about a list of the ancient pharaohs of Egypt?
One moment. From the 12th dynasty, Middle Kingdom, Amenemhes I, Amenemes II, Amenemes III, and Amenemes IV. From the 18th dynasty, New Kingdom, Amenhotep I, Amenhotep II, Amenhotep III, Amenhotep IV, I like an eyeball?
Yes, that is the correct pronunciation. However, it is spelled A-Y.
Now, who was I?
I was the only commoner in Egyptian history to rise to the position of pharaoh. However, his means of acquiring this position involved nefarious actions.
Ooh, what does nefarious mean?
Nefarious, extremely wicked or villainous, an offense against divine or moral law, as in a nefarious plot was planned against the king.
So how did I become pharaoh?
After the demise of Tutankhamun, there were no...
What? Tutankhamun? As in King Tut?
Yes, King Tutankhamun...
Well, that's it! I know who I want to see. King Tut, the boy king. Find out when he's celebrating his 16th birthday. That's when I want to see him. 16, he's 16 today. I'm sharing the birthday with the king from the past. 16, he's 16 today. He'll have the party and I'll have the blast. 16, he's 16 today. I'm headed for Egypt and make no mistake. I'll visit the pyramids, float on the Nile. So light up the candles and bring on the cake.
The pyramid and Nile are waiting for you. But candles and cakes, the Egyptians don't do.
Everyone knows when you're 16 years old that you're fearless, intrepid, courageous, invincible, dauntless, and valiant and bold, heroic, stout-hearted, audacious. 16, it's going to be fine. I wonder what Egypt is holding in store. 16, we're both gonna shine. Whatever we do, it won't be a bore. 16, it's going to be great. History is waiting wherever I turn. Adventure and challenge are heaped on a plate. A pharaoh to meet and so much to learn.
I have found that point in time on the disc. Would you like to begin?
Great! What do I need to know to get started?
At the beginning of the simulation, you will find a large medallion called the Eye of Ra. You must wear this medallion at all times in order to properly interact with the individuals in the simulation. You may pause, resume, stop, exit, or ask for help at any time during the simulation, simply by vocalizing these commands. May I suggest you read a brief history on Egyptian custom and etiquette before beginning the simulation.
You can suggest it, but how long will it take?
The complete document of Egyptian customs runs about 600 pages.
Well, that decides it. Now let's get to the action.
The software maker strongly suggests a general knowledge of Egypt.
Got that. I'm 16. Tut's 16. We'll understand each other. Now let's mount up and ride. Oh, come on, Tom, please just run the simulation.
May I be of assistance?
What the heck was that? I don't even understand what the guard was saying to me.
Would you like me to engage a translation driver in the simulation?
Duh! I don't speak Egyptian.
Would you like to begin the simulation again?
Resume simulation.
Who are you? How do you...
Pause!
May I be of assistance?
Okay. I understand what the guard is saying now, but how do I avoid being killed by him? I'd kind of like to see more than the first 15 seconds of the simulation.
Where is the medallion? The Eye of Ra?
Here in my pocket. Why?
You must wear the medallion at all times in order to properly interact with the individuals in the simulation.
I didn't think anything could clash with pajamas, but we have a winner here. How's that?
That will be sufficient.
Resume simulation.
Who are you? How did you...
to see King Tut, please. Can you take me to see King Tut?
Tut? Do you mean the pharaoh, Tutankhamun?
Yes, please.
Please wait here while I make your presence known to the pharaoh.
Well...
Where did you get this?
Pause!
May I be of assistance?
Tom, this isn't Tut, is it?
The person addressing you is Tutankhamun's vizier, I. He is responsible for everyone who enters and leaves the palace.
Oh, so he's kind of like an Egyptian doorman.
No, his job is much more expansive than that. He is the principal advisor to the pharaoh. However, at this time in Tutankhamun's reign, he is still making most of the decisions for him.
What? Isn't Tut running the show here? Isn't he the king?
You really should read a brief history on Egyptian custom and etiquette.
Blah, 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 blah. Where have I heard this before? I can handle this guy, I. Resume simulation.
Where did you get this?
I won it in a raffle. Where do you think?
There's a severe penalty for robbing graves.
Robbing graves? Not me.
What is causing such a disturbance, I?
This person seems to have wandered in, Pharaoh. I'll dispose of her at once.
You mean to tell me that someone got by the ever-watchful eye?
She wears the Aten, the medallion of the Divine One, Ra.
Then someone should announce her presence to the pharaoh, don't you think?
Pharaoh, it is only you.
Announcing the presence of a messenger of the Divine One, Ra.
Praise Ra, glorious Ra. Praise Ra, glorious Ra. Praise Ra, glorious Ra. Praise Ra, glorious Ra. Praise Ra, glorious Ra. Praise Ra, glorious Ra. Praise Ra, glorious Ra. Praise Ra, glorious Ra. Praise Ra, glorious Ra. Praise Ra, glorious Ra.
What name shall I call you by?
Oh, I'm Winifred Donnelly, but my friends call me Winnie. Excellent furnishing you have here.
So, Winifred Donnelly.
Winnie.
So, Winnie, why does Ra send you to me?
Well, he... Pause!
May I be of assistance?
Tom, Tut wants to know why I'm here. What should I tell him? I can't tell him the truth, it won't make any sense.
The software maker suggests you create a fabrication along the lines of, I am the personal assistant of Ra. I've been sent to oversee the reign of the pharaoh. The information I return to Ra will be used in the evaluation for placement in the pharaoh's reign for placement in the afterlife.
Okay. Before I forget what to say, resume simulation.
So, Winnie, why does Ra send you to me? excellent then. Would you like to be in my court?
Sure.
Pharaoh, do you not think we should research this more before we allow this person into your court?
I wish for my advisors, my priests, and my wife to come forward for introductions. These are my advisors. First is my chief advisor, I, whom you have already met.
Oh, yes, I is the Vizier of Egypt. And the doorman to the palace.
You should be careful, Winnie. I think he's trying to give you the evil eye. Next is my military advisor, Horemheb. These are my priests and counselors. My head priest, Beck, is in charge of the worship of the Aten and Ra. This is Hoy. He's in charge of the gold and trade from Thebes, as well as the tributes paid by the conquered lands. He keeps track of who pays what to whom.
Oh, so Hoy's an accountant.
That's an interesting title. I like it. May I use that?
And last but not least is my wife, Queen...
What? You're married? But you're only 16.
I have been married for many years. Let me explain. My marriage was one of political importance. My marriage was made for the good of the land. Pharaohs choose wives for political importance. What is best for all Egypt is carefully planned.
But you do love her, don't you?
Love is not a requirement for the marriage of a pharaoh to his queen. Love may be why most commoners marry. The pull of the heart I do understand.
Love may be why most commoners marry. The pull of the heart we do understand.
But my marriage was one of political importance. My marriage was made for the good of the land. Pharaohs choose wives for political importance. What is best for all Egypt is carefully planned. We were so young, we were married, Winnie.
How old were you?
When we were wed, I was still yet a boy. When we were wed, she was only a child. And on that fine day, she became Queen of Egypt. But when our eyes met, our lonely hearts smiled.
So you do love her then?
You see, no one ever dreamed that we could love one another. And though it surprises all Egypt's commoners, love is the feeling I hold for my wife. Love had been only for Egypt's commoners. I love Ankhesenamen, my beautiful wife. So you see, I've made plans. I've made plans for her in the afterlife. She will travel with me to the afterlife. I must have her with me in the afterlife.
Well, I'll put in a good word to Ra for you.
Splendid. Now let me present the Queen of all Egypt, Ankhesenamen. Beside my beautiful wife, I will stand beside her in the afterlife.
He stands beside his beautiful wife. He will stand beside her in the afterlife. Is the celebration over now?
This is only the beginning. Let the celebration begin. This is an all-day affair, Winnie. It is the celebration of the birth of the Pharaoh of Egypt, me. Please sit with me and enjoy the festivities. For the sacrifice, of course.
Sacrifice? What sacrifice?
It is tradition at each celebration of my birth year that an animal is offered up for sacrifice to Ra as a gift of thanks for a prosperous year of life.
You mean they're gonna kill that animal?
Yes, and they will burn the remains as the offering to Ra.
What? Hold everything! Pause!
May I be of assistance?
Tom, look help section under animal sacrifices. I can't let them hurt that poor ox.
After reviewing the help section, like I suggested to you, according to all known records, this was a relatively common practice for Egyptians at the time.
Tom, do you have any suggestions?
Perhaps if you closed your eyes for the portion of the simulation. I know the exact moment it occurs.
I can't sit there and watch them hurt this innocent animal. I've been a vegetarian almost all my life.
Winnie, this is how the Egyptians lived. I can show you written documents from the custom and etiquette section of the software. Perhaps you'd understand it better if you read
I don't need to understand it. I need to stop it. I've got an idea. Resume simulation.
Winnie, why have you stopped the celebration?
Well, I think you should know that Ra is a vegetarian god. Ra would suggest that you create a ceremony and procession of life rather than death.
And this would satisfy Ra.
Oh, yeah. Much better than the ox thing.
Do you have any suggestions from Ra? It would be of great assistance to us in planning for the evening celebration if we were to know of any other changes in our traditions that we should be making.
Nope. That's it.
Beck is very rigid about our customs.
I am your high priest.
I am your vizier.
I am in charge of your armies and
We are the reason for Egypt's advances. We know what's best for the parts of Egypt. Upper, lower, we have a vision. We say what's best for the parts of Egypt. Everything rests on a clear decision.
What is the purpose behind this meeting? Get to the point, quick, do not keep her waiting.
This messenger who claims to come from Ra. Do not believe her. We do not know her.
Centuries of worship, now she finds a flaw. Better to stop her and overthrow her.
What? You speak as though she's a threat to Egypt.
Pharaoh, look what she has done to our evening celebration. It's outrageous.
She takes our customs, our celebration, grind them to dust and smashes tradition.
She claims her once that I do not believe her. She could be viciously planning sedation.
I find your words are truly disturbing. Cease and desist, this truly upsetting.
She wears the Auden sacred medallion, probably stolen. Pray for the thunder. She wears the Auden treasured medallion.
Probably stolen.
God of the thunder.
Who do you think you are to question this messenger's validity? Think of the consequences if you are wrong.
Pharaoh, it is only you that we think of. We're charged with the responsibility of guarding Egypt's future. You are its future. Think of the consequences we are right, not stop us.
I am your high priest.
I am your vizier.
I am in charge of your armies and
We are your high priest.
We are the reason for Egypt's advances. We know what's best for the parts of Egypt. Upper, lower, we have a vision. We say what's best for the parts of Egypt. Everything rests on a clear decision.
You are forgetting one simple thing. I am your pharaoh, I am your king. Enough! I won't hear anymore. I've made the decision to trust her, and I'm the last word.
I will make sure that you are the last word. Then erase that word forever. I know what's best for both parts of Egypt. Upper, lower, I have a vision. I say what is best for both parts of Egypt. Everything rests on my clear decision.
Everyone is to leave the palace. I wish to have time to speak with this messenger alone.
Pharaoh, I wish to present you with my gift.
Oh, yes, please.
is my gift to meet with your approval.
Sick?
No,
Yes, of course.
I've like, after
What is
hiring
it?
your high priest.
It is puzzle of endless solutions, Pharaoh, a triazo. However, only one solution is the correct one. May I suggest that you work on this in the privacy of your own chambers, as it contains a message from your wife, which is very personal.
This is a clue for me to help you get started.
I need no help on this simple game.
A game! He thinks it's just a game, a mere puzzle to pass the time. If I were royalty, I could tell him anything, but I must speak through the puzzle to be heard. I risk my own life of accusing his counselors of such criminal acts. If he only had time for this game, a game his father lost.
How can I tell him? I just tried to warn him. The puzzle is not what it first seems to be. How can I lure him to look past the puzzle? My message is only for his eyes to see.
Hoy? Hoy, did you want to tell us about the puzzle?
Puzzle pathways lead you here, twisting, then they lead you there, pulling you away from where there is solution. If you take this single clue, it will give the answer true. Let this clue deliver you from the confusion.
I understand how the clue will help me, but
You do not understand. Working this puzzle will surely reveal problems now hidden from view.
boy, calm yourself. I will solve this puzzle. Dear Hoy, I thank you for all your concern. It seems you do not understand. I like to do puzzles and all by myself. Clues are not what I have planned.
This puzzle points a finger at the culprits in this court. If you do not solve it, we will all pay.
How can I tell him? I just try to warn him. The people who serve him are cause for concern. How can I lure him to look past the puzzle and learn of the enemies he ought to spurn?
Hoy, did you have something to say about the puzzle?
Pharaoh, you must understand if you want the upper hand. Don't be tricked by what was planned as your delusion. Time is a commodity, finding truth an oddity. Time should not be wasted in chasing illusion.
This is the puzzle that you were talking about?
You do not understand. Working this puzzle will surely reveal problems now hidden from view.
Hoy, my friend, please calm yourself. I like the puzzle, and I will work on it soon. Dear Hoy, I thank you for all your concern, but challenge is what I require. Each puzzle is different with something to learn. To solve them myself I desire.
The challenge is to come. Even the answer will provide the solution.
How can I tell him? I just try to warn him. I has a heart that is black to the core. How can I lure him to look past the puzzle? I fear for the plan wicked eye has in store.
Hoy, did you have something else to say about the puzzle?
Turn this puzzle in your mind. Do not be a rigid kind. This solution you will find truth and distinct you. Treat this game with gravity. Answer shape our destiny. Open up your mind and see evil detains you.
What are you saying?
You do not understand. Working this puzzle will surely reveal problems now hidden from view.
Hoy, I think you were over-concerned. Dear Hoy, I thank you for all your concern. I must face this puzzle myself. But if I should fail and I rant and I rail, I will reach for your clue on my shelf.
Pharaoh, even if you do not finish the puzzle, I hope you'll find the solution.
So, are you going to look at the clue or should I?
It is a mathematical formula. However, the solution to the formula is incorrect. It just seems to be a random number.
Oh, great. So the clue's no good?
Well, we know this piece of puzzle has a random number on it that will tell us what the first piece of this pyramid should be. See?
Yeah. Okay. No, I don't.
All right, we know this piece of puzzle has a matching number to the solution in the mathematical formula. And the mathematical formula represents finding the height of a pyramid before it is built by using the angle of its sides. Such a riddle mathematical is very problematical. We need not solve this long equation to deduce the situation, telling what the first piece of this pyramid should be. So where does the first piece go?
All right, I still have no idea.
This puzzle piece is a solution to the math problem. And the math problem deals with using the angles of the sides of a pyramid in order to find the height of a pyramid before it is built. Therefore, the math problem is the solution to the puzzle problem. If we use this piece of information to achieve the right location, math and logic both apply. We check again and breathe a sigh. Because now we have the right equation, mastering the situation, telling what the first piece of this pyramid should be. You see?
Okay, this is the reason why I had to get a math tutor.
Winnie, look beyond the math problem. This is more a problem of logic rather than math. Use your deductive reasoning and the answer will be clear.
All right, here I go. So this problem deals with using all the angles of a pyramid in order to predict the height the pyramid must be before it's built, and that must mean this puzzle piece is quite the right solution to some question I don't understand because my head is splitting right in half. Darn! I'm so horrible, so hideous, so terrible, so piteous, so rotten in math!
It is so strange that Hoy would give me such an easy clue. It is as if he wants me to solve the puzzle very quickly.
Maybe your wife is right. Hoy did say there were over 1 million solutions to the puzzle. Maybe he was just trying to be nice. I have to return to Raw to get the information I've gathered.
But you just got here. We really haven't had time to talk.
I'll return for the banquet tonight.
Okay, but hurry back.
Stop simulation.
Winnie, what are you looking for? May I be of assistance?
Oh, Tom, I have to find something to wear for the banquet tonight. I imagine it will be a formal affair. What do you think of this? Dress, I must find a dress. Something great to wear at 8 for King Tut's birthday bash.
It does not matter what you may be wearing. They are not real, they are holographic. They are not programmed to look at your clothing.
Dress, I must find a dress. Something fine for when you dine. A dress that's simply a smash.
You can wear anything, even pajamas. They are not real, they are holographic. They are not programmed to look at your clothing.
Too tight, too long, too blue, not right, all wrong, won't do. Too much silly, brew, this simply won't do. This is gonna be the best night of my career. I never will forget this night. That party is clear. Perfection is the best description. Celebrating 16 with an Egyptian.
think that they are real. Winnie, they are program files.
Dress, must find a dress, something glad, not too bad, lurking that's birthday bash.
It does not matter what you may be wearing. They are not real, they are holographic. They are not programmed to look at your clothing.
Dress, must find a dress, something short, wrong for court, throw this one in the trash.
You can wear anything, even pajamas. They are not real, they are holographic. They are not programmed to look at your clothing.
Hold on, this one might do simple and it's brand new. Just take off this gaudy pink barrel. This is gonna be a smash, spectacular surprise. I will be a sight just right for his birthday eyes. Soon, Tom, I'll be ready to go. You can send me back again to King Tut Chateau. Okay, I'm done. Wish me luck. How do I look?
You look great.
Start simulation.
Welcome back, Winnie. It's so nice to have you return for the banquet.
Thanks.
Did Ra enjoy the tales you told him about us?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Oh, hey, look, you've solved some of the puzzle.
Yes, the border seems to have some writing in it. See? The people that are closest to you. Very good.
Pharaoh, I see that you've been working on the puzzle.
Yes, I have some of the pieces in place already.
Yes. And praise be to Ra and all. But do you not think this should be in your private chambers?
Why?
Oh my!
Excellent.
Pharaoh, the message is from your wife. It is rather personal.
Are the words which you have placed in this puzzle something which would bring you embarrassment? Should anyone else see them but me?
Why, no. I would be proud for everyone to know how I feel about you.
Then that settles it. Let everyone who passes through here know of my queen's affection for me. I will not be ashamed.
He was only 9 years old. My mother led me to him. When I looked into his eyes, he held my hands. He held my heart.
Wind on the river, dragonflies drifting by. Coolness of evening, wind on the river, dragonflies drifting by.
You are the king of my heart, my true love. I will tell all the world that you are the stars in my desert sky.
Wind on the river, fireflies blowing, flavor of almonds, sweet scent of roses, hyacinths blooming, dragonflies drifting, ibises dancing, the fragrance of raindrops in rainbows as seen from afar.
I know that I loved you for always deeply. Ever since we were children, you have been the sun shining on my face.
Wind on the river, fireflies glowing, flavor of almonds, sweet scent of roses, hyacinths blooming, dragonflies drifting, ibises dancing, the fragrance of raindrops in rainbows as seen from afar.
mother came and knelt before me. She said, "You must go and live with him now, for you are the Queen of Egypt."
names in here. Why would your wife write about I?
Officer Naaman, what is this about I?
Those are not my words, Pharaoh.
Hoy, what is the meaning?
I'm afraid we'll have to discuss this later. Our time is running out.
What?
We have made the necessary changes for the ceremony, Pharaoh. I believe they should meet with our messenger's approval.
Yes, you might say we have learned to make our own sacrifices.
What is this I hear? I and Beck making a joke? Winnie, you must have made quite an impression on these two.
Sure. I am sure that as the evening progresses, you'll be able to return to Ra with a whole new meaning for the word sacrifice.
Let the banquet begin.
Horus is the god of heaven, Osiris is the god of the dead, and Nut is the goddess of the sky that arches overhead. But Ra is the god of the sun who sent his child to earth. Our Pharaoh is his living gift, so now with joy we celebrate his birth. City of Thebes, sitting with your face to the north wind, your two eyes beholding happiness.
So play the clarinets and rock and play the lute and drum. We dance to celebrate the birth of Tutankhamun. Tutankhamun, ruling over everyone. Tutankhamun, child of the sun. Glory to Ra, king of all the gods. Sent us his son, Tutankhamun. Tutankhamun, ruling over everyone. Tutankhamun, child of the sun. Glory to Ra, king of all the gods. Sent us his son, Tutankhamun.
And finally, a tribute to the future, a tribute to our children.
Rejoice, rejoice, our Pharaoh's day of vengeance here. Give thanks to Ra, our Pharaoh had a righteous year. We love our children, every handsome girl and boy. Our children bring
Now, in spite of their good spirits, I'm sure that Beck and I are not fond of the new ceremony, as they were not fond of changes my father made in the past.
Pharaoh, I think the Queen should accompany you. That way you both show your support for this interesting and unique new ceremony.
Of course.
I think I'll go join the crowd.
Now it is time for me to set the stage for my place in history, my rise to the position of Pharaoh. I must apologize for rudeness in the past. I had to know our Pharaoh was safe and not harassed. Our Pharaoh Tutankhamen is quite young to be a king. His years could be much higher, but his bloodline is the thing. The birthright of a Pharaoh puts a price upon his head. And at last that royal birthright could cause murder in a bed. And I alone defend him from such evil, vicious plots. My wit deflects them all away and leaves them on for thoughts. Long ago I served his father, and I served his father well. So, the court's intrigue, believe me, I excel. I was chosen as advisor for the Pharaoh and his wife. I am older, I am wiser in the wicked ways of life. I got to keep a Pharaoh, he is safe upon his throne. The life of our dear Pharaoh is more precious than my own. A deity who is sent by Ra must surely understand. I would pay the highest price to keep him ruler of the land. And I alone protect him in this territory vast. And I alone must lead him to the future from the past. As Pharaoh Tutankhamen is truly most divine. When it comes to deep allegiance, the greatest will be mine.
I guess I understand. Ow!
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. These rings were designed more for looks than...
Look, I'm bleeding.
Oh, again, I apologize. I was not aware that deities were so fragile. It is unfortunate that a deity yourself should be injured by a commoner like me.
Oh, it's really not a big deal. Just a scratch.
Oh, but you see, it rather is a big deal, as you call it. And now I believe this medallion belongs to me.
Winnie, a critical error has corrupted the system. Fatal error! Fatal error! Fatal error! Winnie! System corrupted! I'm attempting to shut down the system! Winnie, can you hear me? System not responding! Winnie, reboot of system will occur in 10 seconds!
I think it is time for you to start to follow this information. And I do not approve his choice of Pharaoh. I'll make some changes in the long-term plan.
Tom!
And now the heart of the problem.
Winnie, I can't!
Give my best regards to Rob, won't you?
System reboot initiated. System will be fully functional in 5 seconds. Hurry!
What the heck happened? I was so scared I thought I was gonna die.
A critical error occurred in the software, causing the program to become unstable and my systems to fail.
That game was real. I felt the point of the knife.
Winnie, this is not a game. The system allows you to relive moments in history as if you were actually there.
What are you saying? I was actually in Egypt with King Tut.
You were as close as you can get. When you entered the simulation, the holographic images were as real as you. But no consumer can be harmed as long as they wear the medallion.
But I has the medallion.
Precisely. The program should have simply halted so no harm could come to you.
You mean I could have actually been killed?
Without the medallion, your termination was one possibility.
I was so scared, but excited. Oh, I wish I could continue to see what happened.
Actually, through the viewer mode, you can watch the events as they happen. Oh, but you will not be able to interact like before.
Well, that takes all the fun out of it.
I'm sorry, Winnie, but that's...
Oh, wait. Can I work in the triazzle in viewer mode?
Yes, I can generate the images of triazzle that Tut never solved.
Okay. How come Tut never solved such an easy puzzle?
Tutankhamen only lived to be 18 years of age.
He died when he was 18?
Under suspicious circumstances.
What do you mean?
It is suspected that I murdered Tutankhamen to achieve his ultimate goal to become Pharaoh of Egypt. But I was considered a commoner, In order to complete his plan, he had to marry Tut's wife. It was the only way to achieve the position of pharaoh.
And she married him?
She had no choice. As queen, she had to remarry.
I just don't understand that guy at all.
Greed for power, fame, and fortune.
So what did Tut do?
Step onto the hollow pad. Let me show you.
Okay, but... Where am I?
This is the tomb of Tutankhamun before its discovery in 1922.
I still don't get it.
You wanted to know why Tut was so famous? This is it.
Huh?
I destroyed every trace of Tutankhamun's existence, from the palace to the temple walls. His tomb was covered by construction debris of another pharaoh, Ramses II. In the 1920s, Howard Carter and George Carvenon began excavating the site and came upon Tutankhamun's untouched tomb. It was the only pharaoh's tomb not to be vandalized or robbed of its treasures. So you could say, through Ai's hatred, Tutankhamun received immortality for us today. Look.
Carter! Carter! Can you see anything?
Yes. I see wonderful things.
Unbelievable. Everything's intact.
We must start making notes and taking pictures.
Egypt, perfections of life, building this castle suspended in time. Watching is smiling on me in this sweet moment of pure ecstasy. These are such wonderful things, simply amazingly wonderful things, so filled with riches untold, statues and ornaments of glorious gold.
Well, Tom, I guess history isn't just left from the past. It's our key to the future.
It's hard to believe how these people achieved so much and so long ago. It's hard to believe how they ever conceived it without all the things that we know. It makes me wonder, with all that we have, we live through our technology. I wonder if we are missing our chance to be the best we can be.
Hey, I know a puzzle that hasn't been solved in over 3,000 years. Let's make some popcorn and work on it.
We have a duty to generate beauty that lasts for the future.
Thank